Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
You are listening to the Brilliance Business Show. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. Conversations with leading experts in business. And today I have an amazing guest, Sandra Wigren. Sandra is an international speaker and pain to power expert. Our topic today is transform your pain into power. Sandra, welcome to the Brilliance Business Show.
Oh, thank you so much, Mark. I am really honored to be here with you.
We're looking forward to a conversation with you today, Sandra. Before I get started, I just need to make a legal disclaimer that you're not offering legal advice or legal assistance today. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes, of course, I will do that. I am not offering legal advice. I am offering my business skills and business wisdoms, speaking from my heart and my knowledges.
It's always a good place to speak from the heart, and we're super looking forward to a conversation with you. Can you share with our listeners a little bit about yourself and your business and how to transform your pain into power?
Yes, I'm happy to do that. I am living in Stockholm, in Sweden, so I'm Swedish. And my company, Soul Fitness, which stands for Health, Heart, and Soul, work with the concept of how to turn your pain into power. And this is for everyone and anyone who actually dare to look over and through bad and even traumatic experience that you might have went through, and to see whatever can be transformed from what you have gone through. Because there is a lot of things coming out in our abilities is being shown, a lot of strengths coming out of it, even talents can come out of what you go through. So if you just dare to reflect on the experience that you have had that is bad, you can really get things out of it that will even change your life in a good way.
That's actually a great point, Sandra, that even bad situations that don't feel good at the time can lead to a better future. It can really push you forwards. That's a great point. Who are your clients? Who do you serve, Sandra?
Well, as I said, about anyone and everyone who carry bad experience and who are still suffering from them, or as I say, feeding them. If you, for example, are hiding in shame out of what you went through, or if you are being destructive, for example. So anyone who feels aligned with that I can come with my advices and help with how to treat it and how to get the good things out of it.
Yes, that must be so satisfying, Sandra, because you're really helping people and really lifting people up.
Thank you. Yes, it really is. I love to see these transformations. And because it is actually quite simple tools that I use. And it is a lot about the mindset, of course. But when you get these tools and really start to work from them, it is so easy to just flip it around and to start to think in other directions and just see what is coming out of it. And that is actually, I say, everything that we go through for a reason, in good and bad. And this is a bit of a comfort. It has been for myself. And also I say this to my clients, that the harder or tougher things that you have went through in life, just see it as the harder you have been trained for your mission and because there is so much good things coming out of this that is a huge part of who you are. So you can even become an expert on your own field. And that is for the best of it all, to be able to help other people.
I love that. I really love that. And I have a great saying, Sandra: what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I love that one. And it is so true. Yes. Thank you, Mark. Really. It's a good one.
Do you recall a specific aha moment that led to the launch of your business?
Yes, I very much do. And that was for about nearly 15 years ago now. I survived one of our time's biggest nature catastrophes. I was situated in Thailand, in Khao Lak, when the tsunami, this is at 2004, where a big tsunami hit very, very bad. And it was, of course, with everything that I witnessed and went through there, was a big trauma itself. But normally I don't go in so much on that specific event. But I want to talk about what happened in my life afterwards. Because that is when actually a second tsunami hit my life. And that tsunami actually took everything. If you want me to specify it. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, can you elaborate on that little bit? Because I'm really eager to learn more.
Yes. So I was, at this time, I was working within the television industry as a TV presenter. I was doing children's television on one of our leading channels here in Sweden. Life was great. I was earning good money, and I had a big house and so on. And then I went on this holiday, and the first day waking up was in the tsunami. And after going through all of this, finally coming back to Sweden, it was a big focus on the people who had lost someone in the tsunami. So for the rest of us who didn't lose anyone, we were supposed to be fine. It was really strange the way it appeared, because I came back to Sweden who just thought that, 2 weeks on sleeping pills and then just back to work. And so did I. I focused so much on that. I was so lucky surviving this big nature catastrophe, so lucky with to be alive. But so after 2 weeks, I went to work, got in front of the camera and delivering, what I was doing. But it worked for about 6 months. And then after 6 months, my whole life just collapsed. I started to get really ill. I had some physical damages from the tsunami. I fell down a roof, so my back and my neck was pretty injured. And this was a problem right after and for a long time. But the other strange things that started to happen was nothing that I understood. It was really physical. I would faint just suddenly, or lose my speech, my hearing. It was really strange things. And I was constantly ending up in the hospital all the time. And they couldn't give me a diagnosis because they couldn't see what it was. They were talking about all kinds of things, like a brain tumor, that it was something with my balance nerve, that it was something with my heart, it was epilepsy, all of these kind of things. So I was under investigation during a year. And during this year, I got so ill. And I was going from being a TV presenter to I ended up in the spiral that was going so fast downwards that I lost everything within a year. I got in debt, and eventually I got homeless. So this is what happened in a very short period, and of course with everything that that came with it. So let me refer to your question again. So can you repeat it, Mark? You were saying...
Do you recall a specific aha moment that led to the launch of your business?
Thank you. So picking that up is, it was when I was at the lowest bottom. I had lost everything of material things and money, and even I didn't have a home. And it was at that place where something just clicked in me. It was nothing left. And I started to look inside, and I got so peaceful because I realized that what is in there, nobody could ever take away from me. Nobody. The most powerful thing, life itself, which is coming from within, no one can reach. And that was just such an awakening and such a comfort and safe feeling to realize this. And after that, my journey back to life started. And this is where I started to find out these tools that I'm using to turn pain into power that has helped me coming out of this situation that I have been in. So yes, at that specific moment, this is when it happened. I started to give birth to my company Soul Fitness, and that's where it all started.
That is a powerful, powerful story, Sandra. So uplifting and motivating. You are a true example of how to transform your pain into power. I can totally understand why you do what you do. And I really enjoyed listening to that. Can you tell our listeners what really motivates you to jump out of bed every morning?
Oh, it is so easy, because that is Soul Fitness, my business and my mission, and to really be able to find and reach out to those who really need my help and my important tools. Because there are so many, as I said before, hiding in the shame and living a destructive life because of what they went through. And they have no idea how much power it is behind this. And that is really making me jump out of bed every morning, because there is so many out there that I can help.
What sets your business apart, and what unique need are you filling for your customers?
Again, I put light on these people hiding in shame, and I give these tools on how not to feed the shadows and stop being destructive. And also, as I mentioned before, the harder you have been trained in life, the bigger of a mission you have. So that is a huge comfort for people who have suffered hard.
Why is your service especially important in today's modern world?
I would say there is such a big focus today generally on success and to be successful. And there is a lot of people who are not, and it's not always about that power around being successful in that way, because success can also be just being alive or surviving difficult things. Of course, that can contribute for you to be successful later on, but that is a position to start there. And that's where I put a lot of focus. And I want to help people to be successful for the right reasons and for the right on the right ground base. So, yeah.
That's actually a really, really strong point, because especially in the world of social media, Sandra, it's so easy to go to success from a materialistic point of view. But success is about being happy on the inside. It all comes from within, isn't it? And it's a great point that it doesn't always have to be about money. It can be from being content and happy from within.
Exactly. I love that. I love you saying that. It's the most important, and that is success for me.
Can you share more detail on the kinds of services and products you offer?
Yes, of course. I do different things. I have online courses. I do workshops, and I do my speaking tours, of course, which is a lot of content there. If you would come and listen to me and hear my lecture, but for also the ones who financially, who are not there yet, I'm offering a free online course with the content of Turn Your Pain into Power. And there I share for free some of my most important tools of how to start to work with this. And if you want to continue after that, you can do the course Become the Unique You. That is also that is also a online course if you want to do it online, and I also do one-to-one sessions or in workshops. But that is to dig deeper when you have put light on all of these painful things that you have been through, and you dig out the goodies out of that, because it's really how I see it. There is a lot of goodies hidden in there, and then you can continue into look in who are the unique you, because the things that you have been through has made you, and you can use that. So we dig into what life has given you so far. And also, too many of us today live a life that we are not meant to live by not using these gifts and talents that life has given us, and that is meant for us. So through this course, you will get tools that you need to be able to grow as a person and with the meaning of your life, both personally and professionally, because this also can lead to that you can share this wisdom that you have and that you carry because of what you have went through, and share that with others. So as I mentioned, you are actually an expert in your own field.
I would encourage all of our listeners that are ready to transform your pain into power, or if you are curious or you feel you need some guidance and support, please reach out to Sandra, grab the free course. That is so generous. I would imagine you have all sorts of client success stories. What is one that really stands out in your mind, Sandra?
Oh, thank you for asking. This is the best part, being able to share that. So I will tell you about my client, Isabel. Isabel took my course From Pain to Power, first the free course, and then she followed up with the course Become the Unique You. And Isabel had a very traumatic childhood. She grew up in domestic violence, and she suffered from that her whole life mentally after. And after she took my course, I've been able to see what has been born out of what she went through. And today, she's actually writing a book about it. It's finished now in about a month or so. And she also won an award for the best documentary because she made a documentary, and she won the biggest Swedish award for that. And that's so cool, sharing her story. And the most important thing is that Isabel has been able to get into the legalization, into the Swedish law. They are investigating this now to put in the law that it will be harder and a bigger punishment to those who put children to witness abuse. So that's like, big applause and huge differences. So you see, Isabel was a very, she carried so much pain. She was so sad. And then just going through all of this and look at what she actually had with her. And all of this came out. So I'm so happy to share this story.
I love a good success story. And you must be so proud, and it must make you so happy on the inside that someone you have helped and coached is then going on to become an author, is having all of this success. That must be so satisfying.
Yes, that is my goal. And the thing is that I am so, I'm so passionate about to dig in to any personality, to any person who comes to me for my help, because in every client that I work with, and this is what makes me so passionate, is that there is so much that they don't see, that they are not aware of. And I love to dig that out of them for them to be able to open their eyes and see this for themselves, because everyone is unique. And it doesn't matter where you come from, what kind of background you have, nothing of this matters. You have so much to give, each and every person. And that's what I love.
I am with you 150% on that. It doesn't matter of your past, your background, what you have been through. You can create any future that you would like. How do clients typically hear about you? And are there certain life moments that usually lead to them seeking you out?
Well, some people know me from the media and when I was working as a TV presenter. And a lot of people find me on social media today. And usually when because I share my story, and there is, with me, I'm not carrying any more shame or pain in this way. I am just really happy to share, to help others. So when people hear my story, they reach out because they feel connected and also trust. They feel, since I am very transparent in my way of working and I have a very open heart, and I feel that people align with that and feel safe in that way.
Sandra, you are a beautiful soul, genuine, honest, loving, helping, caring. Is there anything we did not cover that you would like to share?
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. That really touches my heart. It means a lot for me, you saying that. It really does. And that you see this within me. Well, I just want to add that anything and everything is possible. And I'm a living proof of that. And every story is unique, and you cannot compare pain, because pain is can be different for each and every one of us. It cannot be measured, pain. It's very personal. The only thing that you need in life is to be your own best friend and to have the trust and the belief in yourself. So I want to add something a little, something that I also work with, or actually I've done for over 25 years. Apart from the television business, I've also worked as a professional clown for over 25 years. And my clown character, she's called Mary. And she is my own inner best friend. And she stands for all the things that is pure. And she has the gift to make children have the right to be children as far as possible in life, because that's their right. And then even when you are an adult. So with my clown character, I even use that in my lectures, and I use it sometimes as a tool for my clients to be able to reach into their inner child, because this inner child we have so much to learn from, and it is so powerful. Because if you are able to just see life a bit more like as when you were a child or as a child, the world is so much, it's a field of possibilities. The limitations are not there as you know, in many adults' life, you put up a lot of limitations. So I just encourage people to open up their eyes to see through a child's point of view in life. And that's really powerful as well. I see a lot of good things coming out of that.
That is such a beautiful way to end the show, Sandra. It touched me a little bit, and I can see it brings out the humour in you and the happiness too.
Thank you. Yes, it's a beautiful tool, and she's a very, very good friend.
Oh, that's very sweet. Sandra, how can our listeners connect with you? How can our listeners grab your free course? How can they connect with you?
So you can just send me an email on info@soulfitness.se. So that's for Sweden. info@soulfitness.se. Anyone who sends me an email will get the free course of how to turn your pain into power. My website is soulfitness.se. You will find all kinds of material and stuff there, everything that you need to know about me and what I do. And of course, on Facebook, you will find both Soul Fitness and myself, Sandra Wigren. And yes, I am also on Instagram, but I would say that reach out to me on LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn and Sandra Wigren. That's where you reach me.
Thank you so much for being my guest today on the Brilliance Business Show, Sandra. I have thoroughly enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you so much, Mark. It's been an honor. I love the work that you do. You're making such an impact. I follow everything that you're doing. You are a great inspiration for me as well. What you do for the world is fantastic.
Thank you so much for your kind words. You have been listening to the Brilliance Business Show. Today, I have been chatting to Sandra Wigren, international speaker, pain to power expert, and our amazing topic has been transform your pain into power. And I think we really covered that subject well today. You have been listening to the Brilliance Business Show. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. Conversations with leading experts in business. Until next time, goodbye.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.